What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I am one half your dynamic duo, Twisted, alongside Brother Pyro.
What's up, y'all?
And we are recapping AEW Dynasty. Now, we do apologize. We did try to get this out yesterday, but there was a little bit of issues uploading. So, again, some technical difficulties on our end.
So, re-recording. We wanted to get it out the night before, but it was just really late.
Yeah.
And,
unfortunately, due to that and, having to pause because of Baby Crossroads, y'all understand. Y'all been with us for this long.
Right.
You know how things go.
We are on season 3, y'all.
Y'all know. We're trying to be more consistent, obviously, but... So, starting us off, do you want to start us off with our first matchup?
Okada and Pac. Now, this was definitely a sleeper match. Didn't think this match was going to be as good as it was. But you can tell... bell to bell in that ring, the mind game that they were able to play with each other, how much they really detest each other, it was great.
Yeah, it was really nice to see how the story went with these two, and to, now that we have Pac back, I can't wait to see either another match here between these two, or another time where Pac goes for a title. I love seeing him in matches.
Yeah, no, honestly. And it's funny because you remember him as a different persona.
I do.
And you looked and you were like, I don't know if it was just the physique change, the fact that he built up a lot of muscle over the years, that you were like, I don't ever remember, I can't picture him as that past persona.
Agreed. Yeah, no,
when you said that, I was just like, yeah, you're not wrong.
No.
At this point, it's really hard to ever have pictured him as the
previous persona,
to still be able to swell up as much as he is and keep that level of athleticism.
Yes, that's absolutely beautiful.
Insane. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, really good match though.
Yes.
A lot of storytelling, a lot of
back and forth,
a lot of great moments. Please go back and rewatch. This is definitely a match that I say is
was definitely
worth a rewatch.
This was a pay-per-view you said was a rewatch too.
Oh yeah, no, this definitely did set the bar kind of high for the events of
what's to
follow.
Yeah.
For the matches to follow. It set the bar up here, and I'm really happy that it started strong, and I'm not gonna lie, it stayed steady and finished strong for the most part, through and through. Great show, great match.
And this was one that Desario had said on our pre-show that this was going to be match of the night.
I mean, we had a lot of really good matches, and honestly,
I know which one is your match of the night, and we'll get to that obviously later.
Dude.
We'll get to it later. Winners and grade, please.
Winner of the Continental Championship. By the way, now we finally know what Continental rules are. Because they're like, oh yeah, contested under Continental Crown rules or whatever. Sir, what does that mean? Y'all have never actually explained it. Apparently it's legit, everybody banned from ringside, one-on-one. This is
just that.
This is going to be a fair fight. Winning the match, retaining the Continental Championship was Okada. What did I give this? I gave it an A. It was an A match.
Honestly, with when they say the Continental rules, that kind of reminds me of the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. Yeah, kind of like that, where it's the rope breaks and all this other they have their own rules set for the title is what I'm trying to say. So I like that. I like that they definitely have that. Yeah. All right, going into our next match, we have Adam Copeland, Mark Briscoe, and Eddie Kingston, 3 champions, taking on the House of Black. Now, with this match, there was a lot of storytelling, again, that came from it, really showing the issues that all of these men have with the House of Black. And really showing the powerfulness that the House of Black has come to gain, I would say. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah.
This match was not very one-sided. It was very beautifully even, which can say a lot when you have guys like Brody King. You know, big, strong men like that on your side.
But genuinely, I think they found a great equalizer in Eddie Kingston.
Yeah, for the most part. This match also wasn't very long.
No, but I didn't think it needed to be.
I didn't think it needed to be either. It was just, I was a little shocked. You know, normally when we watch Eddie Kingston matches, they are fairly long because he puts so much into the match. This one, he wasn't really a sight in the match.
Yeah, like, Eddie usually has a lot of
time in the ring when doing any of his matches, and this was kind of one where you didn't really see Eddie. So that was, as much as I hate that I have the streak of giving good luck to Eddie Kingston, I kind of didn't like that I didn't see him much.
Yeah?
He was kind of a non-factor in this match. Picking up the win with the use of the Mist, House of Black. Brother Pyro, I'm interested in your grade.
My grade for this was a B. Okay. Again, due to the fact that, one, it wasn't really very long. I think it did hit.
Yeah.
Do I feel like some aspects could have been better than others? Yes.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
It wasn't a bad match.
All right. Take us into our next one.
All right, next match, TBS title on the line. So we got House of Black represented twice.
I'm a little shocked that they did this back-to-back with House of Black. Or, I don't know if it's the fact that they did it back-to-back that I'm more shocked of, or if it's the fact that they had the men go before the women. Most of the times they'll have the women represented in a faction first, and then they'll go to the men. So I don't know if that's the part that shocks me or the other way around.
Yeah.
But I'll let you continue.
Willow Nightingale challenging Julia Hart for the TBS title. Mm-hmm. Very quick match.
Yeah.
Like this, we said it on the pre-show, and this is a prime example of not really booking your women to
shine.
Yeah.
In any way.
And it's unfortunate because, again, that talent is... The talent is there.
I mean, we went through their entire roster, so yeah.
But wasn't really a memorable match just because of how quick it happened. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, though, picking up the win was Willow Nightingale. Congratulations to your new champion.
And your grade for this one, Brother Pyro?
C-.
I can agree with that, totally. I mean, it was a nice showcase of women.
It was a nice showcase of women, but it was way too short. I think, personally, it was way too short. It really wasn't that big a standout. I think the wrong woman went over. No disrespect to Willow, but I think Julia could have held on to that just a little more.
Yeah.
And you kind of took away their moment as soon as, one, you showed Mercedes watching in the back.
Yeah.
And then her coming out as soon as the match ended. I think you took away from that match by having that post-match moment happen.
Yeah, no. You could have had something later on in the night where Mercedes was congratulating her. You could have even had something on Instagram with Mercedes congratulating her. But you took everything away the minute you showed her, unfortunately. Going into our next match, AEW International Champion Roderick Strong defends against former friend Kyle O'Reilly. I was a little shocked with this one, and I know I've been saying that a lot with this, but there is a lot of shocking factors to this entire show. At least, normal Tony Khan stuff. Nobody came down to the ring with Roderick.
No, he sent them to the back.
Yeah. Normally, you'll always see somebody come down. And it doesn't matter what match it is, doesn't matter what's going on, but you always see somebody come down, especially on big pay-per-views like this. So that was a little weird to me. Very beautiful back and forth. no man really had the upper hand. There was a lot of pinfalls, a lot of submissions. You could tell Kyle O'Reilly's heart was really in this. And he really, really wanted to have a chance at being a champion.
Yeah.
I know you and Flash had talked a bit during this match of, when looking back at their previous WWE days as a faction, where Roderick Strong stood and where Kyle O'Reilly stood in the faction with their titles.
Yeah.
Kind of shows you what they're looking at here. Roderick Strong being former NXT North American champion. Now he's a champion here. Kyle O'Reilly's still always on the tag team.
Always on the chase, or always pictured as that tag team guy.
Yeah.
But granted, anybody that knows wrestling knows that man can get it done one-on-one as well.
Mm-hmm. So, with this match ending, unfortunately, I will say, because you were surprised nobody came down with him, let's talk about the fact that somebody did come down towards the end, yes.
During the match. Wardlow came out, made his presence felt, tried to get in the ring, ref caught him.
And, that kind of took Kyle O'Reilly off of his momentum boost at that time, unfortunately. Picking up the win to the sadness of me, myself, and I, Roderick Strong retains his championship.
Told you.
After the match, however, we get to see part of the Kingdom come out.
We see the rest of the Kingdom come out.
We see the rest of the Kingdom come out with Adam Cole in a wheelchair. And miraculously,
he's able to walk again. I don't like that look that he was giving Wardlow, though.
No, I don't either.
Because he was just mean-mugging the hell out of him. And
I think it's time for Wardlow to go.
I think they're getting ready to
boot Wardlow?
Yeah.
I 100% agree. I think that's coming. All right, Brother Pyro, your grade for this one?
I gave it a C+.
All right, take us into our next match.
FTW Championship, FTW rules as explained by Taz. Literally anything goes, falls count anywhere.
That's essentially what the match is.
Just make it happen.
Make it happen. We don't care how, we don't care where.
Exactly, just give us the match. We had Jericho challenging Hook in what was probably one of Hook's longest matches to date. Mm-hmm. And I loved to see it. You definitely got to see what this meant to Hook, because, defending the honor of my dad, defending my title, Jericho trying to, chase his, I think they said his 24th title.
You said 24th? I thought it was 28 for a second.
24th championship in pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Which is a spectacular feat, by the way. Mm-hmm. But to see what this meant to both men, they both really pulled out all the stops. They really took advantage of FTW rules. There was tables, there was trash cans, there was kendo sticks, there was
anything but the kitchen sink.
I think the only thing we didn't see were ladders.
Facts. We'll save those for later in the night.
Yeah. So we get there. We were, again, banger of a match. You can definitely see hear the emotion in Taz's in Taz, who, as he was calling the match, as he was sitting on commentary, because again, this is a title that he came up with. This was he was the original champion. This is his title.
And again,
his son having it was top tier. Here for him. This really, he helped progress that story a long way. This all, again, Jericho I want you to be under my learning tree. Or whatever. Mm-hmm. You got to see a lot of the toughness when it came to Hook. Not kicking out of not one, but 3 Judas effects.
Yes.
His will to not tap. The low blow that he still kicked out of. It took the baseball bat?
Yeah. A baseball bat and a low blow as well.
To finally get the match put away, crowning Jericho your new FTW champion.
I don't like it. I don't like that he won. I think the wrong man won in this scenario. Your grade?
B+. I gave it a B+ because it was a really good match. But I do not agree with who went over.
Alright, going into our next match, we have the AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm takes on Thunder Rosa. Thunder looking to win back a title she never lost. Now, with this match, I was surprised at the lack of interference that we really got from the outside. Because we didn't get much.
Honestly.
So, props, and this is the only time I'll really give her that, props to Toni Storm for actually keeping her people away from the match. However, they did get involved here and there. Thunder surprisingly came out with no makeup, no face paint. Whereas Toni painted her entire face white. And that really shows a symbol to what's been going on in this rivalry. So, going through the match, you see that Thunder Rosa really has a majority of the upper hand in this, but just can't get that time to put Toni Storm away because anytime she tries, somebody gets involved. There wasn't a lot of pinfalls in this match, if you remember.
Yeah, no, there really wasn't.
There were a couple submissions. Either woman were putting each other through, but there wasn't an excessive amount. Like, they wanted to hurt each other more before trying to put away the ending of the match.
Yeah.
Closing moments. I forget the butler's name. Luther gets involved, and to the dismay of me and probably Desario, Toni Storm picks up the win. I'd like to see this match again. I think they worked really well in the ring together. They did a phenomenal job at telling their story. Thunder Rosa definitely has a case for going for this again.
Does she really, though?
I wouldn't say like in the next couple months, but eventually going for a title shot again.
I mean, eventually building it up, but like, does she really have a case for
interference from the outside?
Where really was the interference?
Your grade.
Did you watch the same match I did? Because
your grade.
There really wasn't interference.
Grade.
And you said it.
Grade.
She won it clean, and you were surprised.
I did, but there were still people on the outside. There was still interference.
They were there. They were just standing there. They didn't get involved.
No, because Thunder Rosa also had people up her sleeve.
But again, nobody really got involved.
Your grade?
So...
Your grade, sir? Your grade, sir?
And
your grade,
Deanna
sir?
Was the equalizer when Mariah May tried it the one time and got nowhere.
Your grade, sir?
I'm just saying.
You see how I'm ending this conversation. Your grade, sir?
Yes, because you know you're wrong.
Your grade, sir?
Because you know you're wrong.
Your grade?
Admit that you were wrong.
Your grade?
The grade was a C.
Jeez, they're going to get annoyed by my voice pretty soon. Next match. Yes, I gave this match to you.
Yes. Alright, this was my match of the night, my match of the year candidate, my match of the freaking century, because, oh my god, run it back. Run it back, 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 run it back. I don't care how many times I see this match from now until the end of time, this match, or any variation of this match, is going to forever be magic in my eyes. Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson. Now, this match started real evenly. Nobody getting the upper hand early.
Nobody really went for pinfalls for a long time.
No real pinfall. Like, these men were out to show why they are two of the absolute best a company can offer. It was I'm going to show you my technical side, now I show you mine. Will Ospreay really stayed grounded for a good chunk of the match, which really surprised me because he's known as the aerial assassin. Mm-hmm. He really wanted to show he can go toe-to-toe with Bryan on every level, and you know what? He was doing it. reversals after reversals, grapples after grapples. It was beautiful. It was gorgeous.
It seems that these men really had each other's number.
Oh yeah, like
had been watching each other for a long time.
Studying each other. You know what? I want to wrestle the best. I want to wrestle the best. This is where the best come to wrestle, right? Tony Khan, congratulations. You finally stood by your mission statement. Congratulations, sir. Props to you. You finally did it, my
This
guy.
will be the only time you'll really get props from him, so take it.
We're going to golf clap that for a second. But, oh my God.
Brother Pyro, are you speechless?
Yes, because we could watch this match and talk about this match all day, and I will never have enough good things to say. Like, this match, there was no downtime. There was no, this match is starting to drag. There was no, this is boring. Before the match even started, you had the crowd chanting, dream match. This is awesome. You know,
there was a time in the beginning of the match where we had both of them. Both of them.
Neither one had the crowd in their back pocket, and that's unheard of. You heard Justin Roberts announce this as an absolute dream match, and damn it, was he right. Damn it if he wasn't right. Because the crowd being so behind both of them, like,
really helped with this match. It not only not did it help in like the sense of when this match got boring, because it didn't really have a downside.
Had a boring moment.
But it helped so much. It helped amplify it.
That's like, there was, how many times did Bryan lock in the LaBelle lock that Will Ospreay knew the ring, his ring presence, or how to like fight it away? How many times did you know that hidden blade start coming into play where he was able to, Bryan still like, no, this isn't done. Like, you gave me.
How many times did we get the running knee?
Exactly. Like, oh my God, they had an answer for everything each other was trying to do, and I loved every second of it. Every single second of it. My God. I'm in a mid-match. They're having a moment on the outside where they are just going at it, and you hear the crowd chanting, "We aren't worthy. We're not worthy." Mm-hmm. And you know what? Until the end of time, I will agree, I don't think a single wrestling fan deserved this match. I included. I myself included. You included. Not a single wrestling fan is worthy of having watched this match, but thank you, Tony Khan, for making it freaking happen. I don't know what happened to Don Callis while he was on commentary.
He went dead
but
silent.
That man fell silent really early, and you know what? I'm okay with it. Because that man's voice annoys me.
They cut his mic.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that, but now let's talk into the closing moments. You had the running knee and the hidden blade, both men just locking eyes. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Both went for it.
I looked at you and I was like, this is going to be who can hit it first.
Yes.
Who gets there first?
Me and you both
who
had
has
goosebumps.
that like half second extra speed. Mm-hmm. Hits.
I think they both hit at the same time.
I think they both hit hit. I mean,
because they both went down, yeah.
Yes. Me and you were talking, we want to see the draw. We want to see the time limit draw. Or
I kept asking what the time was.
Well, I didn't care how this match ended. I
just wanted to know what the time limit was.
I didn't give a damn about the finish. This match was match of the year. And you knew that from the energy that this match gave off. Mm-hmm. From the very get-go. So, going into the closing moments, Ospreay hits the Tiger Driver.
The Storm Driver 91 is what he calls it.
Yes, but it's typically known as Tiger Driver. Whatever. You can definitely tell something went wrong. Ref is calling for for the medic. And Ospreay goes for the finish, hits the hidden blade. 1, 2, 3, your winner. Will Ospreay, he's having his moment of celebration. You see the doctors coming in, and he's now realizing he's finally realizing what's going on, what happened, where did things go wrong. He's, and now he's trying to, check on his opponent. And the doctors and the refs are like, no, back up. Like, no. Like, go ahead.
They thought it was going to be an attack at first.
But, he's you can see the genuine concern on his face at the end of that match of what just...
I mean, he went up and he had a celebration for a second, but then he was like, no, and he went right back over. And Don Callis came up to the ropes and he's like, you know what, do what you got to do. And Don Callis walked away.
I was going to say, I don't know what that interaction was with Don Callis.
It wasn't a bad one.
But, my point is this, because, Don Callis loves to blow smoke up his own ass. Mm-hmm. And regardless of what the hell that was, I'm really happy to see that, he had that genuine...
He cared.
...human emotion of, I actually give a damn. Mm-hmm. And I really want to know if my man is okay. And we talked about this because we were talking about the press conference post.
Yeah, I have it pulled up so I can read the word for word.
I was just going to go into the gist of it for the most part, just because...
Oh, I was going to quote what he had said.
Because he did state that, he felt bad because Bryan is somebody that he looks up to. Mm-hmm. That he didn't realize what was going on, otherwise he wouldn't have went for the finish. He didn't see them calling for the medical team.
Yes.
Otherwise he wouldn't have done anything. He wouldn't have kept the match going.
Yeah.
He, out of the 1,000 times he's hit it, he said this move has gone right, 90% of the time I hit it, but it takes one time for things to go wrong. This was that one time. He's retiring the move.
Yeah, he had said, and you took the gist of it, but I want to read it word for word of what he had said, and you had a majority of it. I reviewed the footage myself. It seemed Bryan got hurt by the Storm Driver, and I didn't see the doctor call. The referee called for the doctor, and I didn't see it, so I honestly want to apologize on that. I honestly feel awful about this, so even though 90% of the time that move's been absolutely fine, seeing the damage that it's kind of done, I'm going to retire using the Storm Driver 91.
Tony Khan did, say, Bryan was doing okay, and I really do hope that he actually is, that the injury is very minor, if non-existent, which is the hope. Mm-hmm. I would love to see this run back, and for those of you saying, oh, this is it's a work. No, not everything in wrestling is a fucking work, guys. And it's so wrong that a competitor have genuine enough respect and care for the person across the ring from them that they actually feel bad when they mess up. Respect to Ospreay for realizing he screwed the hell up.
Right.
Owning that he screwed up. And is now, all right, this isn't gonna... And doing the necessary steps to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
This ain't ballet. Shit happens. People are going to get hurt. It's part of the product. Mm-hmm. Remember, you are an actor, an athlete, your own stunt double, whatever. This is all you. Yes, it is a choreographed dance, however you want to say it, but not everything is a fucking work. And I am tired of seeing everybody online try to say it is. Whether it is or isn't, can we just enjoy the moment, and can we just,
enjoy the product? Enjoy
the fact that, or, give the man his flowers for, caring, being a decent freaking human.
Agreed.
My God, not everything has to be a story.
No.
Not everything has to be part of a story. Not everything has to be part of something else.
No.
In this moment, it could just be one human showing care for another human. We see it all the freaking time, and now that it's these two, it's got to be part of a storyline. How many times have we seen it in WWE? There was Survivor Series a few years back. Shane McMahon gets speared out the air. You can tell that man is hurting. Randy breaks character to go comfort his freaking kids.
Yeah.
Like, how many times do we have to see that? Or was that a work? Was that part of a story? Why are we just not appreciating Ospreay for the genuine human being that he is?
I agree.
But also, this proved why you build around
Ospreay.
Somebody like Ospreay. He's still young. He still has a lot of gas left in that tank.
Oh, definitely.
Tony Khan, if you do not strap that... Like, he needs to be one of your next world champions. I will die on that hill.
I agree.
But yeah, great match. Ospreay, congratulations as the winner. Bryan, speedy recovery. Tony Khan, way to go. You finally gave the fans something entertaining and worth watching.
And your grade?
I don't know how many pluses I wrote on that paper are marked down because it was just... I don't think there is a grade worthy enough of this match.
We're just going to go ahead and have it as an E for excellent.
E that for excellent, A for amazing.
That goes past our A's. There we go.
That match was so top tier. I don't think there is a grade I can put on that gives it a high enough praise.
All right. Going into our next match, we have the AEW Tag Team Championships on the line in a ladder match. They were previously vacated by Sting and Darby Allin. When Sting had retired, there was a tournament, as we had said in the pre-show, for it. The two competitors that have come out of the tournament are the Young Bucks and FTR. This match really showed the disdain that these four men have for each other, and the fact that they are, if I'm correct, this is obviously number 4. We have 2-1 FTR leading the Young Bucks, if I'm not correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, this is kind of the Young Bucks of, we have to tie this. We have to beat them. We have to be the first 1, 2, 3-time tag team champions. Obviously, you see blood. Dax Harwood was broken open midway through the match. No, I don't want to say no real surprises. There was one big one, but we'll get to that in a bit. But there was a lot of times where the men would bring the ladders into the ring and not necessarily use them to climb. It wasn't all about getting to the top. It was about hurting that opponent.
Do as much damage to your opponent as possible.
Yeah, that's what this match more or less looked for. Instead of, I would just want to get this and win, it was, I want to break you. I want to make sure you can't come back for my title. Anything you'd like to say before I go into the closing moments for this match?
No.
No,
I think you've...
This match was fairly quick for a Young Bucks match.
For a Young Bucks FTR match, it was.
Yeah.
But I think it still hit on the points that it needed to hit.
Mm-hmm. I agree. If you look at defense versus offense, the Young Bucks really had the upper hand in this match.
They did. And you know what? I'm not mad about it.
I figured you wouldn't be, just because of, how the storyline kind of played out. You did call a majority of that. So ending moments, we see a fan jump into the ring. Security obviously comes. But
not till after, the fan pushes over the ladder in which I think Dax is on. Thus kind of opening the door for... was it Matthew Jackson to climb up and retrieve the championships? Let's talk about right before, they got the fan. They're wrestling the fan out of the ring.
Well, I know.
Right before
we'll get to that.
Ascent.
This was just kind of happened at the same time. You see, the fan and the ascent was happening at the same time to retrieve the titles. So, going to one spot, then the other. They end up pulling the mask off the fan as they have them cornered in the far corner away from the competitors. And it turns out to be none other than Jack Perry.
Scapegoat Jack Perry.
Formerly known as Jungle Boy, if y'all don't know that yet.
Hey, it works because the man's been aligned with Bullet Club since being in New Japan.
So, Brother Pyro has called this. He was going to intervene, as did Desario.
But again, it was literally like, he's leaving the ring. They get him up back through the crowd. He's holding up the number 3
for a 3-time.
Yep.
And you said this is how you solidify him as a
top heel for your company.
So obviously Young Bucks pick up the win. Brother Pyro, your grade on this one?
I gave it a B+.
Okay.
I gave it a B+. I feel like there could have been more, but there also there could have been more. It could have been a little longer.
Yeah.
But I genuinely feel like overall it was a good match.
Okay. Now take us into our main event.
Main event, AEW World Title. Samoa Joe defending against Swerve Strickland.
Yeah. We all got to see Princess Ndugu dance. Anywho.
He is such a highlight, though. It was a good match for the most part. I will say, something you pointed out is like there wasn't really a lot of back and forth. Once one person had the upper hand.
Oh yeah, I did point that out with this one.
Yes, you did.
Because we also had to sit there and establish what I mean when I say somebody has the upper hand. That was kind of this
once somebody had the upper hand, they had the upper hand for a while.
Yes. Before
Before switching over to
the other
competitor.
Person, yes.
And then they would have the upper hand for a while, and then it'd go back.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just,
a back and forth.
Like an actual
one that really.
And I think, honestly, like it went to show the guys' toughness. It went to show these guys' fortitude, and whatever, and what this really meant. But I feel like playing it off that way took away from the story.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think it took away from their story.
Okay.
Because, although, yes, I love to see when a guy has a good offense, a strong offense, but when you're stretching that offense for as long as they were between both guys and never really giving that back and forth, you take away the storytelling aspect.
I agree.
And I'm sorry, but you're going to tell me, as tough as Swerve is, you still want to make this semi-believable, and you're going to tell me that Swerve in what was maybe a 20-30 minute match is going to hold the advantage for about 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
This definitely should have been back and forth. You really missed out on... They said it. Joe had the speed, or the strength advantage, the size advantage. Mm-hmm. That's where you let Swerve, capitalize on his speed. He plays a little bit of defense, quick offense, a little bit of defense, quick offense. I think you took away a lot in that aspect from both competitors because you gave them I don't think you gave
them the correct amount of time for their upper hand.
I don't exactly. I think. What it is you gave them their time to shine, but you didn't do it in the appropriate manner.
Gave them enough time to shine, but you let them over-polish.
Exactly.
See, I love that I can read your mind. Exactly. I can read your mind. I can read your thoughts.
I said, it was a really great match. Mm-hmm. But again, it could have been executed a lot better.
It could have.
Granted, it also could have been a whole hell of a lot worse.
Correct.
But I'm happy with the result that we got regardless.
I'm happy with the time limit that we had on this. It wasn't very long.
No,
it didn't need to be.
It didn't need to be, but also it could have been, and it would have been, and I think it also would have worked.
Okay. Take us into our closing moments.
So closing moments, Strickland again in upper hand, and steadily keeping the upper hand, picking up the win. And new AEW World Champion, Swerve Strickland, making him the first African American and 8th overall, 8th different champion.
It's different AEW World Champion.
And you pointed that out to me, and I think, given everybody's reign and why each person actually got that reign, their storied reign, I think it made the most sense in those times. Because think about it, Jericho, your TV deal, you want him to be your first champion. Then went, I want to say, Moxley.
I'm looking it up right now so I can have that with you. Loading. I am trying to find this. It's not giving me the list. Give me one quick second.
You're good. But I'm not even really gonna go in order, but you had Moxley, who was way too over to not give him the title when they initially gave him the title. Omega, who was, red hot at the time.
So we have, obviously, Jericho, who won it in 2019, which was the first one. John Moxley, Kenny Omega, you said. Hangman, Adam Page.
And Hangman, you definitely, they gave it to him at the right time, Mm-hmm. And it wasn't, one of those, I'm just going to throw you a bone. It was definitely, this means something. I think, if Tony Khan has done anything right, he has made every reign of his world title, at least, mean something.
After Hangman was CM Punk.
And again, that meant something.
Which...
Punk, one of the hottest names in pro wrestling.
Just came back to pro wrestling. How don't you give it that? And then you had John Moxley interim and then 6th champion at that time because Punk had hurt himself, so he was the first ever 2-time champion. Then you had Punk again, which was vacated due to the brawl in the backstage. John Moxley again, which makes him a 3-time champion.
I think he's still the only 3-time.
Yes, he is. MJF, who became the longest reigning champion. Your first
he's the first of your first 4 pillars. He's your first AEW original guy.
Yes.
He's the first of your homegrown talent to make it. Again, meant something.
Samoa Joe, which we just had the title off something. And now Swerve Strickland, yes.
Means something. At this point, you were going to get a riot if Swerve didn't in this match.
Yes, and Swerve makes 8. So, I love that me and my...
So in reality, although there has only been 8 reigns in 5 years, might I add, so again, really making it mean something, there really has only been 7 people to actually hold it?
No, that is... So when you look on Wikipedia or stuff like that, you look at the combined reigns, Swerve is number 8.
Yeah, well, so that's I'm saying because if you include Moxley being the only multi-time champion.
Yes. It is 8 people. It is actually 8 people, yes.
I'm talking about just for namesake.
Yes, for namesake. Yes. Look, I will show you right now, live. So 8. Because it takes the combined reigns and adds their reign into
okay.
8.
All right.
Yes.
I was like...
You were misunderstanding what I was saying.
Yes, thank you for clarifying. But yeah, no.
8.
Again, good match. 8 people, 8 champions. This is insane.
This kind of reminds me...
mean something.
This reminds me of... obviously WWE is the one that's been around the longest, so I'm going to refer back to them for this. Back in the early times of WWE, if you were ever a double champion, way, way back when they first started, when the reigns were 4,000 days, if you were ever a double champion, that means that you meant something to a company.
For them to put the title on you at all, you meant something.
But what I mean and where I was going with that is, to be a double champion, you mean something to the company. To have a wrestling company be only here for 5 years so far and only have 8 men say, I have held that title, not even just looking at John Moxley of, hey, I've held it 3 different times, but having men say, I've held that title, I am one of 8 in 5 years, that's huge. That means you mean something.
And think about how long the reigns have lasted.
And that's what I'm saying. It's not over in abundance. It's not like a reign that just ended at WrestleMania. It is something that means something to this company, that they're not overabundancing your reign, but you still have the chance to prove it. And these men do. when was the last pay-per-view that we've had for AEW? And this is the only good shot I will really give them. When was the last pay-per-view that we had with AEW where they don't defend the World Championship? But you can go to our competitor, the other wrestling brand that we talk about, and we can look at their top championships. When was the last time the Universal was defended before it was in Cody's hands? We had 1,316 days as champion, and you have 33 title defenses. That's a joke.
Facts.
Whereas, anytime that MJF was a champion, because he is the longest reigning, that's where I'm going off of, every pay-per-view, he defended. If there was a house show sometimes, he defended. If there was anything on TV and it was for it, he defended. So for that to be there, it's amazing.
Right.
And for Swerve to now say, I'm one of 8.
Yeah.
It's big for him. Going back into that, your grade, please.
B+.
All right. And any overall grade for this?
A-.
All right. Yeah, this was a really good show. It definitely was.
I enjoyed every second of it.
Oh, I know. You were giddy in your chair, majority of it. So, Brother Pyro, when do we come back to the people? I think you said it's about 2 weeks.
About 2 weeks for Backlash, May 4th.
All right. So we will see you guys back here for Backlash in May. Hopefully any and all technical difficulties that we've been having lately have been fixed and have been done and dealt with by then. That is it for AEW Dynasty. We hope you guys enjoyed the show just as much as we did. Anything else you'd like to say, Brother Pyro?
Continue to enjoy our product. We appreciate your support, and we will see you in about 2 weeks.
Laters.